It consisted of going to the restaurant, speaking to the owner. Actually, I went there and spoke to him by phone. I spoke to 3 people that were in the party that Mr. Enos was at. Every story that I got, I mean, they didn't offer me anything. I asked them the questions, so there was no prepared statement from them. They didn't put anything together as far as coming up with the same story. Stated that he hadn't eaten. He told that to most of the people that were there. That he had taken Vicodin earlier in the day, about 2 in the afternoon, a half a dose, and just wasn't feeling himself. He was still not feeling well, so he offered up his keys to one of the friends and says, "Here, keep these keys." He said, I'm not driving, I don't feel well. They said, he looked very green, just didn't look right. So I said, you should go outside and get some fresh air. So he took their advice, and I back up a little bit. He had already locked his gun in the car because he didn't want that on him in case, who knows what, in case he, fell down or whatever, fell sick. He went outside to get some fresh air, and I don't know where he went, or he doesn't know where he went. I don't know where the car was. I know it was in the back of the building. That's about all I know. The people in that party, some of them had decided to leave. The party was breaking up, and the person with the keys actually forgot she had the keys with her. Her and her husband left, and he had passed out outside.
So you didn't follow up with the chief?
No, I didn't. No, because the chief wasn't there anyways to give me, a more detailed thing. So, it was futile to call him.
And who was the owner you talked to at the restaurant?
Resendiz, is it? Resendiz? I can't remember his name.
If you're going to take a drink and you have a company car in effect, and you're on medication, did you ask the chief that directly? If you're on medication, why would you have alcohol in your drink?
Yeah, he admitted he made a poor decision, not even thinking, because he took the pill, he said, around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, a half a dose. Never really gave it any thought. By 7 o'clock that night when he was having a drink, that the drug would be, in his system and have an adverse reaction to it. He didn't give it any thought. It was a stupid mistake.
And you thought it was appropriate to call a patrol officer to try to get some more information, but he wouldn't talk to you?
No, I just wanted to get a personal feeling from him as far as, what he actually saw and how he reacted and things like that. It was nothing else I was looking for.
I guess what I'm saying is the impression that you gave, and I watched that videotape, was I talked to the owners, I talked to the people at the party, and I talked to the police officer involved, when in fact you really didn't get much more than what the report had.
No, I really got nothing. The stories were all pretty much the same. I mean, everybody said the same thing.
But you don't see the problem with people who said, if Mr. Leffort's going to do the investigation, we're going to put it in his hands. He indicated to us he spoke directly to the officer, when in fact it was I really can't talk to you, Councilman, and I can't really offer you any more information.
Yeah, correct.
So from here on, have you talked to the chief about protocol?
I haven't gotten into it because of all this other BS that's been going on, but I will sit down and talk to him and see how he would handle it if it happened to one of his other offices, one of his offices, how he would go about handling it. I'm pretty sure he asked that when this incident happened, he spoke to his officers, and that was one of their questions, one of their concerns. What if it was me? How would you handle me? So whether he's thought that out and how they've come up with a protocol or not, I don't know, but I will be speaking to him about that.
Do you believe one of his officers, given the same set of facts, would not have faced any? In effect, is the chief different? Should he be treated the same as a patrolman? And if a patrolman had gone through the same scenario, do you think there would have been at least some investigation?
It's my opinion, every incident should be reviewed individually. And then you weigh your opinion on it and take action if you need be. But every incident would have to be reviewed separately, individually.
Any reaction to the vote of no confidence? Mr. Foley had a few words to say. What's your feeling about that?
As far as the vote of no confidence, some of the officers were coerced into voting that way. Some of the officers are much in favor of the chief. So I can't believe the report.
You don't believe it's 20 out of 22?
No. No way.